All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. The underlying energy is justice. So there's some writing, not necessarily righting of the wrongs, but walking your truth, not necessarily taking accountability, but setting things straight. There could be apologies here as well, but this is also about balance, most importantly. Now, in the past, you had the Four of Cups. I think there was a period of time where y'all just didn't know what you wanted. You didn't know what to do. You felt kind of stuck, so you're just kind of like focusing a lot on something. But now that shift is focused. Your shift of focus has commenced, and now it's all about balance. It's all about charging forward, not necessarily charging forward with your truth, but balancing your life based off of the truth here. Now, in the heart of your reading, you have the also this talks about karmic stuff as well, karmic energy, karmic connections, even because you have the Lovers. Now, anyway, back to what I was saying originally. You have the World card coming up here in your heart of the reading, or the challenge of the reading here, which is the beginning or ending of a cycle, right? Ending of a cycle, beginning of a new, right? This isn't the end game, but this is a really good closure to a cycle. So this is leaving something behind, leaving something, some sort of chapter that you've been going through closed, leaving it behind. But you don't know what to expect. That's the thing. That's what's crossing you. What's crossing you at the moment. And I don't think it's to keep you from necessarily completing the cycle. Your obstacle at the moment is to what to expect after. You have no really expectations, or perhaps you may have, maybe you're trying to gain some sort of expectation. You're trying to manifest something. Maybe you want something to kind of come out of all that work. You don't know what's going to come out of everything that you've been through, everything that you've worked through, everything that you've put your heart and soul into. You've got three new beginnings in this whole reading. And it started from realizing some sort of truth. Seeing gaining some sort of victory through some sort of truth here. You've got a better understanding of a situation, better understanding of yourself, better understanding of life, better understanding of work, better understanding of love in general, in relationships, especially if this is regarding karmic ones or relationships in general. So it makes sense that you're starting new altogether, because now you're going to be living this life with this perspective in hand, in the bag. You got this here. You're taking a leap of faith and you're moving forward in your life with freedom. It's carefree, and there is nothing to expect with this energy. The Fool, you can't expect nothing when the Fool comes up. There's no dreams, there's nothing. The only thing you can expect is experience, because you're going to get it. You're going to get it. And especially if you don't have a goal in mind, if you don't have anything that you really are trying to get to, why would there be something to expect? So therefore, that makes sense with the Fool coming up in the present. You're not expecting anything because you're not expecting anything. Well, you don't know what to expect because you're not expecting anything. Sorry, y'all, some weird glitch happening to my camera, so back anyway. But I feel like that is what's causing this. The changes was causing all this is this new perspective in the past. That's what I was trying to say. And perhaps the karma that's being played out. Now, the Wheel of Fortune. that's weird. I don't know why I said that, but anyway, the World and Justice to me could be very interesting too. Now, the World would be, if the World was crossing, this was the Three of Cups, the Three of Wands rather, in the heart of the reading, and the World was crossed. I would say that there may be some unfinished business, because there may be just like a cycle that's not finished yet, but there could be something regarding karma, and the cycle's over. But there's something that may end up having to play out a little bit further before it truly completes itself. But then we'll see, right? You're starting something new now. You're starting something new. You're starting a whole new journey. You're going in it with the Fool, your heart open, your mind open. You're ready to absorb and to take in information. And you have the Fool here, the Three of Pentacles in your future, which is a really nice card to have. And I really like this because it talks about looking at the future, seeing the future ahead, the potential, not just making plans, but seeing the potential of what your future can lead. But the thing is, you don't know what to expect from that. That's not always a bad thing. Just because you don't know what to expect from the future, that doesn't mean that there isn't any open possibilities, right? For some of you guys, especially if you're more on the Saturnian side of things, this could be really devastating for you guys. Devastating in the sense of like, oh my God, what is this? Where am I going? Remember, if you can't expect something, that doesn't mean that it won't happen. You know what I mean? The best things manifested is based off of being in the moment, not by sitting around and wanting it. So if you know the future holds some great potential, but you don't exactly know what that potential is, looks like, or even can imagine it, yeah, it will probably help to have an idea of what your ideal future looks like. But at the same time, it still doesn't necessarily keep you from having a wonderful future, because it leaves everything up to interpretation. It keeps the whole, what am I trying to say? It keeps the whole future telling, the future building to your power. It puts the power back in your hands. Which is why the Ace of Pentacles is in your goal and ambition. You're ready to start something real, something solid, something that actually feels good, feels homey, feels, like, not necessarily that you belong, because it kind of means too, in my opinion, but something that really lasts you quite some time, right? Something that will leave a mark forever. And this is I see the Ace of Pentacles as the potential forever card. Like you could try out something, and you could really have some really lasting effects, even way after maybe the cycle ended, or maybe when the thing that you had begun has concluded, it will still have its lingering effects. But it also talks about stability and commitment. And I feel like you may be wanting to start something new within commitment. So then committing to work, within committing to relationships. Either one. You're starting something new that's really going to get you somewhere and really represent who you are in the moment, which is someone that wants to have some sort of stability, perhaps. But I don't necessarily see that you necessarily want it, per se, but more so that this is where it's going to go, and this is what this is where you're striving for. Now, and why do I say that? Because this is your goal and ambition, just the same as your advice. It's very interesting. How do you get to your goal and ambition? By looking at what you're wanting. I think it's very clever. But and I'm not taking credit for this spread, of course, because the Celtic cross has been around for ages. I just did a little bit of modifications to it, and I was even taught this way as well. But anyway, and this is not about me. Your external energy is the Lovers. Okay, the Lovers. That's the profound connection. This is a new beginning regarding love, regarding soulmate connections. Of course, it's very easy to be able to picture a future regarding money, regarding where you want to go in life, period. Some people, right, may find that super easy to do. So this is not necessarily talking to you if this is about anything other than, if this is talking about life in general and where it goes and financially, this may not be for you. But at the same time, what could be for you is seeing yourself and starting in the beginning with love in general. Just kind of what a dynamic of the relationship would be, connecting with people at all, being in some sort of emotional space that both of you can both feel and be present in at the same time, even if at a distance. Because the World is coming up in this reading, and the Three of Wands. Maybe not expecting somebody to come out of the situation from a distance, or maybe you guys are going somewhere or moving somewhere, or you guys are just on different sides of the world. Either way, there's a possible significant distance between you and this individual that I do see. Possibly international. But that doesn't matter, because you still feel love, and that's the thing. You're starting something new. Now, like I said before, you could be starting something new for somebody that's definitely far away from you. But it doesn't necessarily have to be the case. It could be that this person's right next to you, right? The perspective of love is that you feel it, that you don't see it. It doesn't have a face. It doesn't have anything. It definitely doesn't have a distance or time. Love is infinite and it's there forever. And there's definitely nothing that really describes love more than just feeling it. Because no matter how far you are, no matter how close you are, the feeling's the same. You're just able to do extra stuff together, you know what I mean? So the Lover is in your external energy, which tells me and signifies to me that it makes sense. You may not know where you're going down in this road of love regarding another person or being in a relationship at all. It's hard to expect to see where it may lead. But this is a journey, and an exciting journey of one in itself. And that's why I feel like there's potential. And I think that's great that you guys see potential in your love lives, if that's what you guys do see. Now that there's no idea, you have no idea where anything goes. Take this time now to recognize that the future is unlimited and definitely is not determined unless you set the determination. Because how you get the future in the Celtic cross is based off of the present. Where are you now, and why do you see the future the way you do? Where the future is a projection of where someone is at this moment. So if you are feeling like, you see the future like this, then it's time to figure out what this kind of looks like. Now with the Three of Wands, like that's what I was saying. Like for some of you guys, it may be a panicking state. Some of you guys may be panicking. Some of you guys may be just kind of unsure about what to expect. But the Fool is taking a risk and taking a leap of faith. It could be exciting. It could be liberating. And it could be the most freeing thing ever to do what you want to do when you want to do it. The thing that concerns you and me probably the most is the Seven of Wands, whether it's enough, whether it was worth the effort. It's looking back and seeing if it's worth the effort to actually go ahead and follow through and to continue to work hard and really build a relationship. It could happen. But I don't think it's necessarily because they're the person's piece of work. It's more so like if you can truly let yourself, if you can truly continue to move forward, you truly see, go down a road where you don't even necessarily see it. That's why I was like, for some of you guys out there, you may be seeing this as like, oh my God, this is, I don't even know what to expect. The Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, excuse me, right here in the outcome, Seven of Pentacles. You could be looking at the situation and thinking, there's a lot of possible work I got to do. What does that even show? What do I get out of that later? Maybe you won't see it right now, but it doesn't mean it won't reward itself. Justice is the fairness card. It will balance the scales. You have to trust that you're doing the thing that you could, the best that you can with what you know and what you got, and that you will be rewarded for the efforts that you put forth, especially if this is something that you've wanted. But for some of you guys, I feel like with the Three of Wands and Three of Pentacles, that's saying right then and there that their future is undeterminable, but there is great potential, and it's time to see it as such. For those of you that may not, and definitely embrace the present for those of you that do. Let's go ahead and see what's going on in your romance angels. My voice is cracking so bad. It's getting all croaky. What's going on in your love lives? Let's see what's going on. What's additional? Okay. Flirt. Love it. Express your lighthearted energy to others. Hey, lovers. That is a nice card to get, Aquarius. We see you, though. We see you flirting with folks. Yeah, your flirt game is on point. Mars is in your first house, or is in your sign at the moment. Keep damn straight. You guys are the King of Swords, the masters of communication, intellect, and logic. If y'all don't know how to flirt, I'd be so concerned. And that's a joke, by the way, because sometimes people don't know how to joke or flirt. I see what I'm see. Wow. So you guys have two cards. You guys have here and now, and ooh, look at that yang. Get your asses out there. Damn. Get your asses out there and flirt, damn it. Do some things. Get your booty out there and have some fun. Because this kid doesn't have to be a serious venture. Even though the Ace of Pentacles look serious and the Ace of Swords look serious, you can have a freaking great time. I mean, the Fool doesn't have no worries in the world. Why would you worry about where it goes? So, first card we're looking at is the Tribe. So this is about, the people around you. What roles did you play within your friendships, your family life. But what also it talks about is the role in relationships as well. In all relationships, not just family, friends, but also loved ones and work and you know, co-workers and people that you work with. So it's not necessarily finding out where you belong, but as understanding your role as an individual within those dynamics. Now, this is a new beginning in love. Perhaps you have to discover your roles or what you prefer, you know, and there's no such thing as a set roles of things. But there is this sense of tribal, like, not tribalism, but more of like connecting with people in a very community sense, right? In a community sense way. In a way, it kind of also lets, in a way, it's like very similar to a leg up to some degree. Where if you don't need to do something by yourself, you don't have to. You can just find someone that's good to do the job for you. But I feel like at the same time, the tribe here is also indicating that you've got people around you that support you, that love you, that want you to succeed, and you have that same intention back. And I really feel like with the tribe coming up as well, there could be that, you know, there's people that can help you meet new people, get together with other people, maybe getting involved within the community altogether is how you can reconnect. But all in all, right, it's about the family, it's about the tribe, it's about the people that you belong to, and being around, you know. It's the anti-hermit card, the tribe anyway. Now, your second card is the here and now card, which talks about focusing on the present and not looking so hardcore on the future. If you look at the future, you're going to get overwhelmed, you're going to freak out, you're probably going to end up like the Seven of Pentacles. But the thing here is that if you focus on the here and now, if you do what you need to do in the moment and go by what you feel in the moment, like the Lovers is in the Fool is indicating, you may be starting something off in a very great start. But the focus of how everything is now, how you can build the future, is based off of living in the present. So try to live in the present, guys, this week, and really try to encapsulate what your roles are and what you want your roles to be in your tribe, or what you want your roles to be within the people around you, or what roles that you have, or what, you know, not necessarily roles per se, like I said before, right? Because this isn't by the book and having like certain traditions and things set by a set place. But being a part of a community, being a part of people's lives, and letting other people be a part of your lives too, right? Because this is about people that you belong to and they belong to you.